watching Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, but do not adjust your picture. We are in the Globe Theater here in downtown Los Angeles, California. I am Excalibur, joined here in the commentary booth shaped like a table by Rick Knox.
Thank you, Excalibur.
Thank you. Singles match set for one fall. Introducing first, wrestling out of Tijuana, Mexico. Weighing in this evening at 75 kilos, this is Ray
Ray Horace making his debut in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla 2017. Back here, he suffered a knee injury, been in and out of action, but now returns.
He's pretty resilient. I think he'll have a strong showing here tonight. And of course, we all know his opponent.
100 pounds. He is the bad boy,
Joey Janela from Asbury Park, New Jersey. Here, a fan favorite of sorts. Actually, not of sorts. A fan favorite here at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
Yeah.
And wants to get back to his winning ways. And no better way to do it. No better way to kick off Pro Wrestling Guerrilla's first event outside of Reseda, California, in a little over 10 years.
That's crazy. That's a pretty monumental thing if you think about it. I mean, we've called that American Legion home for so many years. We've taken it for granted.
And we'll be back there.
And, and this is, something a little bit different here. And I think it's kind of refreshing for everyone. So we'll see how this goes.
But right now, the match in the ring, kicking off the evening here at the Globe Theater. Ray Horace versus Joey Janela. Justin Borden, the interim senior official here tonight, as Rick Knox suffering a broken clavicle. Yeah, broken clavicle. So I'm out of action for a little while here. On the mend, but here to join us on commentary. So
would not miss this show for the world. There's a lot of wrestling promotions out there. I worked for a lot of them, but this is one I could just not miss regardless.
Collar elbow tie up at a stalemate here in the early goings of this matchup.
I'm a big fan of both of these guys. They've come into PWG over just, like you mentioned, the last year, 2 years. I've come to work with both of them outside the company as well. I've grown very fond of both these individuals. I'm really excited to see how this plays out.
And this place, the ceiling's maybe, let's say, 100 feet high in here. I mean, this place is cavernous. Yeah. Every shot just echoing throughout the building here. And we'll try to limit our talk about the aesthetics, the change of aesthetic here.
Yeah.
Keep it to the in-ring action, but it's still pretty new to us.
It is, and I mean, it's just an impressive old building as it is. So I mean, we're awestruck just being here the way it is.
Ray Horace puts on the brakes, grabs the arm of Joey Janela. Cazadora goes for the bulldog. Nope, reverses through, rolls him up. Bipasso by Ray Horace. Janela bypasses his zone. Horace drops him down, flips over, pinning predicament. Only a 1 count from Justin Borden. Janela charges in. Horace ducks the lariat backslide. Janela rolls through. Sweeps him out. Oh, crucifix by Janela. Only 2 counts as Justin Borden. Sweep of the leg by Ray Horace. Whoa. Lateral press popped him right off. Janela popped right off. These guys trading shots.
Telling you, look at that.
Joey Janela, small package.
Whoa, here we go.
The ropes. Nope. These guys are rolling all over the place.
And if that's draining. That is incredibly draining.
Because I mean, you're trying to alter not only your own leverage and your own body weight, but also your opponent's, and he's fighting directly against you.
I mean, even on the referees, and just I know from experience how hard that is just counting those or trying to be in position for him.
Joey Janela kips up out of that after the drop kick. Ray Horace, though, unimpressed by the bad boy.
Pretty evenly matched here in the early goings of this first match, and I'm not surprised by that. I think these guys are going to fill each other out here, but just you wait. Something's going to snap here in a minute, and I predict Joey Janela is going to do something pretty violent here to Ray Horace.
I mean, that's how he's gotten on his win streak, and right there, shot to the midsection. A soul butt. Oh, and there we see the low roundhouse kick, catching Horace on the ear, on the side of the head.
That's something right there that shows you how wrestling has changed over the years. That technically would have been an illegal kick many years ago, but it's grown to be accepted over the years now. Pointed toe kicks, lace kicks, all that stuff are pretty much accepted and legal now.
Ray Horace taking the upper hand, or should I say the upper foot from Joey Janela. Now Horace trying to build some momentum of his own. Charging in. Janela tucks out of the way, double boot, shoves him off. Horace up to the middle rope. Springs.
Look at that.
Up. Arm drag takes Janela to the outside. Janela spilling into the front row. And now Ray Horace hits the rope. Oh! Joey Janela just winged a chair at Ray Horace.
A chair and a purse. It looks like we got someone's purse in the ring as well. Hey,
there could be some loose change and some Adderall all over the place.
Who knows what's in that purse? You know, you never want to stick your hand in there and find out. 2 count only there.
I don't know why it's an Adderall. But
Could have
Janela
said something worse.
Yeah, that's true. Janela now with firm control of Ray Horace after braining him with that chair. To be fair, I mean, I guess from a referee's perspective, Joey Janela didn't hit him with the chair. Ray Horace ran into the chair.
Kind of true. Hey, you can put any kind of spin on it you need to justify it. You know, it happened outside the ring. You know, whatever.
Yeah, any number of things.
Yeah.
Janela knife edge chop. Horace an overhand chop of his own. Janela though rocks him with an elbow to the side of the head. Janela goes to send Horace pillar to post. Horace reverses, comes in, spinning lariat, 3/4 roll, comes in with a running elbow strike, rolls Janela out. Horace puts on the brakes.
Whoa, look at that!
Single leg drop kick. Janela tried to block it, but Horace still rocked him with it. Only a 2 count according to Justin Borden.
You know, I don't know, Excalibur, are you aware, is this their first singles encounter? Or have they maybe wrestled each other somewhere?
Maybe in the multi-man?
Maybe.
No, Horace was injured. This may be first ever meeting between these two guys.
I'm thinking it is.
Boot to the back of the head by Horace on Janela.
I have to admit, I honestly thought at this point in the match, the roles would have been reversed. But
Janela
now, look at that.
Tope elbow suicide, excuse me.
Man.
Crashing all the way to the bar.
They went sailing in about the 5th row, it looked like at that point.
There's actually some couches in the back by the bar.
Of course there are.
People may be sitting on. Now the one disadvantage of this building is that we have an even worse view of what's going on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, Horace making Janela follow him. Horace up to the middle rope. Oh, leg drop by Janela. Catching him as he is entering the ring. Only a 2 count.
That looked like a nasty leg drop the way Janela received that. That was
Janela was looking up, and then Horace's leg just caught him behind the head and drove him down head first into the canvas.
I frequently catch myself looking around, just tripping out on this place.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a 110-year-old theater.
It really does.
There should not be a wrestling show in here. But you know what? We'll take it.
Yeah.
Horace repeated stomps to the head of Janela. Taking too much time, allowing Janela any time to recover is you're playing not only with the result of the match, but also your personal safety. There we see Janela put on the brakes.
Ooh, not
Janela
sure.
Drop kick? No, these guys just trading drop kicks.
Yeah, exchange of short leg drop kicks there. But, you know, when you see something like that, when you see a wrestler kind of slow his pace down and just kind of turn methodical, it makes you think, did something happen on that dive? Or is he still suffering from receiving that dive from Janela? Once he got in the ring and kind of got back in control, he didn't really do what he
moving
should.
A little slow.
Yeah.
Tried for the standing Hurricane Rana. Janela hangs on, brings him up.
Whoa, look at that!
Oh! No! Janela got dropped on the back of his head, popped out, and super kick to the face of Ray Horace. Justin Borden giving the 10 count to both men.
Both gentlemen taking full advantage of the count here, it would seem like. Neither one too anxious to get up here.
Taking every moment to recover.
Both guys up to the knees
at 9.
now, right there, yeah. I mean,
Justin Borden almost ended this match.
Yeah, do you imagine how that would have went over? Oh,
Horace trips out the leg, comes in with the Gamangiri from the floor to the middle rope. Now springboard up. Oh, Janela catches him on the shoulders.
Look at that.
Death Valley bomb into the corner. Horace just dropped down on the back of his head, kicks out. Justin Borden says only a 2 count.
Janela's a little sitting in disbelief. I think he thought he had him there. That was a pretty
it was a fair shot.
Yeah.
Again, Janela really slowing down the pace.
Ray Horace now trying to get a little bit of a
Janela to the apron.
Oh, again!
Leg swept out. The face first down onto the apron. And Horace back in the ring as Janela trying to clear out the cobwebs on the outside. Trying to put the ring post and some people in between himself and Horace, but Horace not one to be deterred.
Oh, man.
Over the ring post to the floor, Ray Horace.
Oh.
Ray
Horace is up to his feet, so at least we know he's okay.
He had as safe of a landing as possible.
Yeah.
And now looks like he's bringing Janela into the. He was going to throw him at the ring post, but then Horace got reversed. Horace went face first at the post. Janela rolls him in underneath the bottom rope. Janela up to the top.
Yeah, that
Janela up to the top. Diving foot stomps flattens Ray Horace.
Man. Whoa.
2 count only.
Resilience. I mentioned it before with Ray Horace, and that was an exhibition of it right there, man.
Yeah, he is a tough customer, but these guys seem to be nearing the end.
Yeah.
Of how much more punishment they could take.
Yeah, at this point, it's just going to be, it's all about capitalization on the mistake, or just be the first one to hit the final nail here, because both, I can tell, you're right, they're both there.
And the bad boy chants breaking out here in downtown LA. Oh, just a savage chop across the back.
Chop to the back.
Ray Horace puts on the brakes. Back elbow. Janela ran right into it. Janela placed up on the top rope by Horace. Oh, Gamangiri thumping Janela on the head.
Man, we heard it from here. Here we go.
Horace.
Look at that.
Oh!
What a move.
1, 2, no! Janela kicks out.
I thought that was it. I have seen Ray Horace put away a lot of guys with that move. I thought that was it.
Cazadora, avalanche Cazadora bomb. And now Horace going up to the top. Janela, though, up to his feet. Horace backs out to the apron. Gamangiri knocks Janela flat. Horace up to the top.
Take advantage of this.
Ray Horace goes for a diving stomp, rolls through. Janela's super kick just flattens Horace. Janela. Package shouts to Big Kev. 1, 2, 3. That is it. Joey Janela, your winner.
Wow. Strong showing for Joey Janela.
Second match of the evening, a classic SoCal four-way for the first time in forever.
You know what? This has to be unarguably one of the most anticipated matches in years here in PWG, just because of the local implications here.
Introducing first, wrestling out of El Monte, California.
Wow, really leaned into that one, did Christian Cole?
Yeah.
3 pounds. He is the superstar, Jake Atlas.
Superstar Jake Atlas making his Pro Wrestling Guerrilla debut, so I'm not sure how much of a superstar.
He looks like he's pretty confident in his superstardom, but we'll see how that goes.
Weighing in this evening at 125 pounds, he is the Fly,
Eli Everfly, very obviously the smallest man in this match, but also the craziest.
Absolutely. Don't let his size diminish his insanity, because trust me, you're going to see it.
Representing Los Angeles, California. Weighing in this evening at 175 pounds, he is relentless, Douglas James.
Douglas James, one of the top prospects here in Southern California. One of the guys with the most wind at his sails.
Representing Van Nuys, California.
These people got a lot of love for the SFV.
Yeah, they do.
75 pounds. This is Brody King.
And even more love for Brody King, who made his debut last month at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla against Adam Brooks. Adam Brooks coming away with the victory. And this match, this four-way match, first fall is the finish. And Eli, Brody King with the upper hand after taking out Everfly, James, and Atlas. But Atlas and James coming back at him with kicks. Double knee strikes, take down Brody King.
And that quick, we've got guys spilling out. I expect to see guys, well, maybe Douglas James and Jake Atlas are going to go one-on-one here.
And all four of these guys very familiar with one another. All products of the Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy here in Southern California. Atlas dodges the lariat with a back handspring, hits the soul butt to the midsection. And a big slap to the face of Douglas James. Lateral press, only a 1 count. Says referee Jeremy Marcus, junior referee here.
Also making his debut here at PWG.
Drop kick.
And Douglas James, and that's one of the things that he is known for, is that drop kick, which he can nail a dime in the middle of the air with. I mean, the dude is that awesome.
Yeah, he was just hanging in the air, and Jake Atlas, that speed and agility, it can benefit you in a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways, if the guy is hanging in the middle of the air with his feet out, you're just gonna run face first into him.
Kind of true. And you know, look at the moves of Jake Atlas here. You know, in the mold of AJ Styles, I believe he, you know, former cheerleader, if I'm not mistaken. So he's got that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Tremendous agility by Jake Atlas. Douglas James now to the outside. Trying to put some distance between himself.
And look at that. Douglas James cut that one real short with a striking uppercut.
I was going to say, trying to put some distance between himself and the superstar, but I couldn't bring myself to actually call him that. No offense to young Jake Atlas, but come on, man. It's aspirational, I know, but
hey, if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to, right?
That's true.
You mentioned the facility that these four gentlemen all came out of, the Santino Brothers School, one of the better known schools here in Southern California for training pro wrestlers. The referee Jeremy Marcus, also a Santino Brothers graduate. So, so full circle here for these guys.
These guys very familiar with each other, but never been on a stage quite like this with all four.
Right, look at that!
Douglas James! Wow! Hanging in midair! Again, somehow defying gravity, coming over the top with the tope con hello, taking out Jake Atlas and Brody King here on the floor, and now Eli Everfly.
The hang time James gets on those dives and kicks, I mean, but look at how quick Eli is. I mean, doesn't matter, you can't hit the kid.
These guys just...
well, that time he got hit.
These guys rocking each other, and now
look at that,
duking it out. Just nothing artful about that. Right elbows to the side of the head. Everfly sent to the ropes, blocks it, overhand shot to the chest of Douglas James. Eli Everfly,
oh man,
may be the smallest competitor to step in a Pro Wrestling Guerrilla ring since Candice LeRae.
You're probably right. I think you are.
And that's not to diminish the abilities of Eli Everfly, because Candice LeRae is perhaps the toughest competitor ever to be in Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah. Look at the history of PWG and Candice LeRae. Oh my God.
Everfly blocks the chop, hits the back elbow. and just paintbrushing the chest of Douglas James. Everfly, up, down,
Wow.
down,
Look at this.
up.
How long is
It
DJ
goes
Whoa.
around with the head scissors. And now Brody King in the ring. Eli Everfly caught unawares as Brody King just content to let that realization sink in.
Yeah, he was.
Brody King throwing the lariat, but it was probably like 8 inches above the head of Eli Everfly.
Yeah, I mean, Eli didn't even really have to, he just kind of had to look down.
And scissors, nope,
that,
deja vu, pops him up into the runner.
But look, he still won't go down.
Yeah, that Everfly needs to build up a ton of momentum to take down a man the size of Brody King.
Whoa!
Gone!
Skyscraper height cutter on that. Wow.
1, 2, no, Jake Atlas there to break things up.
Jake Atlas knows he doesn't want this thing to end if he's not the man making.
Oh! Brody King just rattles him. Super kick caught. Elbow strike.
Brody cleaning house on all of his fellow graduates. You know, all these guys too, if I'm not mistaken, were all
the Bradley Beal just tossing Everfly across the ring.
all former rookies of the year here in Southern California over the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, this is crazy. Oh, God.
Just the assembly line of murderous chops from Brody King.
It's like Paul Bunyan just knocking down the redwoods left and right.
And the ones that thud hurt 10 times worse. Oh, cannonball senton by Brody King. He drags Atlas out of the corner. Everfly there to break it up, but Atlas was kicking out. Oh, axe kick from Everfly. That's the thing. Everfly may lack the knockout power that Brody King has. It went for the step-up enziguri. I think he only caught him on the elbow.
Yeah, didn't quite hit where he wanted to.
And there we see Douglas James just turned him inside out. I think he was playing possum. Yeah. Brody
Full tilt.
Just completely turns James inside out with the lariat.
You saw the look in Douglas James' eyes. It was like, oh, well, I'm going for it anyways. Well, man, he paid for that one.
Low bridge by Atlas. Step up, enziguri. Whoa. Brody King. Fall to the outside. Atlas,
look at that!
Top hook on right to the floor.
Don't quite see what happened there at the end, but man, I hope the fans got out of the way.
Atlas is up. They couldn't have landed that badly.
What the hell is this? There's nobody there!
Ori Hara moonsault, nobody home. Oh my God.
Talk about a miscalculation. I mean, that could have really turned tragic there.
He's up, though.
He's up.
He's on his feet.
He's up and on his feet.
But seemingly unaffected by it. Lariat.
Man.
Wow. It's got him on the shoulders.
Very special. Whoa.
Drops him down face first.
Interesting move, but I don't think it's really the place to do it.
Everfly.
Oh!
Rana to Atlas while he's on his knees. And Brody King trying to pull himself into the ring.
Oh man.
Everfly over the top.
I'm not sure what.
It was like a capo kick over the top and then perhaps sliced bread on the apron. Just plants Brody King on the apron.
Man, Eli just launched himself up there to get that pendulum effect, to get some momentum, and man, right there, sliced bread on the apron.
All his body weight plus Brody King's, and then Everfly's body weight traveled to the floor.
Oh, open hand strike on. You know, I understand these guys want to make an impression, but hey.
Oh, toe kick right to the jaw.
Toe kick.
Enziguri that time catching him on the ear.
Jake just moving him where he wants him.
Everfly. But Everfly up on the second rope.
What the hell?
Diving knee strike after the Death Valley driver on the apron. These guys are just going crazy here on the near side of the ring. Atlas elbow strike on Everfly.
Good thing we got a 20 count here. I don't know where Jeremy is on his count, but I think he's kind of a little awestruck by it all, as we all are here, but these guys need to get back in there.
Now on the apron, Everfly.
Oh! Spanish fly off the apron to the floor.
Spanish fly springing off the ring post.
Jesus Christ.
Off the apron to the floor. Landing on God knows what.
The fans are like, they're almost shocked. It's a mix between impressed and scared.
Yeah, these guys are, I mean, they are leaving it all, every single bit in the ring.
And ringside.
Yeah. Now Everfly.
Oh no.
Call for the Canadian Destroyer on the ring apron.
On the apron. I mean, and fans, you know, the apron, bad enough these
Double underhook destroyer. Nope.
Oh.
Douglas James blocks. Knee strike to the chest.
What the hell?
Call for the brainbuster on the apron.
Brainbuster! Oh!
Brainbuster cutter on the apron. Now Douglas James is up. Brody King right behind him.
Oh man.
Clocks him with the elbow to the back of the head.
That was just like a straight forearm shot right to the back of the head. And these fans on the short side here, they better watch it. Hey, you guys better move, because if Brody King comes your way, he's taking you out.
Brody King hits the rope.
Oh!
Chopping Caught low, just flattens everybody. Jake Atlas definitely getting the worst of it. But so did Douglas James and Eli Everfly. Brody King didn't fare that well either.
Yeah, he really didn't. But like you said, man, they're throwing it all out there. Brody's on his feet, so at least he looks okay. He's throwing, can't tell who it is, Jake Atlas into the ring.
Jake Atlas, I mean, he is, you know, he's been on the receiving end of an insane amount of punishment.
And Jeremy
actually changing his mind.
Yeah, no, I think he's got something very deliberate in mind here.
Just firing elbows to all three of his opponents is Brody King. Now bringing Douglas James into the ring.
Jeremy had asked me before, specifically, he goes, hey, you know, in a four-way match, if these guys go out of the ring, what do I do? Do I count them out? I'm like, yeah, you know, if they're all outside the ring, you got to count them out.
You got to, kind of. Oh, Brody King. Cross body takes down James. Oh, Eli there to break it up.
Eli is assuring Douglas James will, well, they'll all continue to keep wrestling here. But at least assured that at that precise moment, Douglas James was not the one to take the pinfall.
Double underhook destroyer by Eli Everfly. Douglas James. Eli Everfly needs to pin. What are you doing?
Yeah, you know, I mean, and this is where I think experience or lack of kind of starts to play in here. You know,
yeah, I think Eli has the second least experience.
Yeah, he does.
Jake is the rookie.
Jake is the newest one. Yeah, I think he's maybe a year and a half in.
Wow. Brody just bashing Eli with the headbutt. Eli comes up, tries for the. Oh! Reverse hurricane Rana, but Brody's weight just came crashing down on the smaller man. Eli is up. Eli is up, ascending to the top rope. Brody King barely making his way to his feet.
Eli, again, showing that lack of experience. He's more concerned with the fans. Oh, he went for that knee drop.
For the Meteora. Oh, powerbomb from the Meteora. Brody King hoists him up on the shoulders.
Oh! And hopefully that's it. Wow.
Brody King just took a page from Super Dragon's playbook to pick up his first victory in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
All these guys did great. I hope they're all okay.
Four guys looking to impress, four young men, two making their return, two making their debut.
It's a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, wrestling out of Mexico City and Torreon, Mexico collectively. Weighing in this evening Bandito and Flamita, Mexican Blood.
Bandito making his Pro Wrestling Guerrilla debut. Flamita making his return.
Should be interesting to see how this turns out.
Representing Dayton, Ohio. Weighing this evening at a combined weight of 387 pounds. They are too sick for this world. Zachary Wentz, Desmond Xavier, the Rascals.
The Rascals.
The Rascals.
Mexican Blood and the Rascals. These guys maybe need to workshop their tag team names, but you know what? They're young. They'll figure it out.
That's right. That's right.
These four guys absolutely tore it up in Dragon Gate earlier this year, I guess late 2017, early 2018. And now the rivalry coming across the Pacific here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Zachary Wentz, Bandito making their Pro Wrestling Guerrilla debuts.
Yeah. You know, one of those stories where the story preceded the wrestlers actually coming over here, and just like you said, made such an impression that you know, since this was announced several weeks back, a lot of attention again on this match as well. And you know, you're talking about the tag team names and stuff. You're absolutely right. These guys are young. They're at that phase in their career. What
Still
I call
figuring shit out.
Yeah, what I call the throw the spaghetti on the wall phase. You know, and see what sticks and what doesn't. And hey. Gotta appreciate everything they try at this point.
I mean, really, you've got four of perhaps the most impressive young high flyers in the world right now in the ring with one another.
Yeah, I'm big on Desmond Xavier. I really love the guy.
Yeah, Desmond has the most experience here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Obviously, the environment a little different than he's used to competing in, but so he's definitely got the most. But Bandito, or excuse me, Flamita competing in the.
Oh, look at that! Man.
Beautiful drop salt by Desmond.
Picture perfect.
Bandito taken off his feet to the outside, and now Flamita coming up or going up to the top behind Desmond.
Wow. We are apparently going lucha style match here, which is fine. We're accustomed to that.
Oh, wow. Desmond Xavier just clocks him with that elbow strike. Flamita takes Desmond to the corner, goes up and over the top, blocks the Kamagiri, rattles Desmond, knocks him out.
Look at that!
Over that top hook on Rana. Actually caught him around the upper body, but still brought him down.
Convenient for Desmond. He the recoil sent him to his own corner there.
Now Zachary Wentz seeing his first action here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Spring.
Look at that! Oh!
Middle rope with the tornado crossbody.
Crazy.
And now Bandito, excuse me, goes up and over the top as Wentz went for the sliding drop kick.
Look at this.
Bandito just landing on his feet. Oh, heel kick, catching Wentz on the jaw, knocking him to the outside. Bandito hits the roast, but Xavier was there and takes him off his feet.
I was sitting here watching him, and he had his eye on him. I'm thinking, he's not going to let this happen.
Bandito was laser focused on Zachary Wentz.
Was.
Didn't account for the other man. Now Flamita, pump kick to the midsection, caught by Xavier. Super kick from Wentz.
Kind of breaking down to some degree here. All four guys in the ring.
Double European uppercuts.
Oh, look at the ring move on those.
Double European uppercut. Nope, only one European uppercut. Bandera, as Xavier went over the top drop.
Look at that! Oh, man!
Flying over that top with a Bronco Buster.
I have to say that was probably one of the most dynamic Bronco Busters I've ever seen.
Now Wentz just picking up Bandito. Oh, to the waiting arms of Desmond Xavier. Oh, Bandito,
look at that.
Lean back. Flamita, shooting star press.
Look at that.
The back of his partner. 1, 2, no, only a 2 count.
Oh, well done.
These guys going a mile a minute. Bandito and Flamita getting the love from the people here in downtown LA. Double Irish whip into the ropes. Desmond, just got jacked in the face. Flopped down Bandito. Oh! Bandito brought him up, and Flamita hit him with a single leg drop kick.
You know, as far as tag team wrestling, it seems like Bandito and Flamita work awesome together.
They are on the same page, definitely. A little risky business from them right there.
Yeah, their timing and chemistry with each other is top notch.
It's been incredible.
They really need to hopefully maintain working as a team here. They didn't go far.
Yeah, Wentz draped on the bottom rope, trying to pull himself up to the corner for his team. Desmond goes over the top of Bandito, rocks Flamita, and now tags out to Wentz. Zachary Wentz in, ducks the double clothesline, jumping knee strike, takes Bandito down. Palm strikes to the chest, face,
All
then
good.
kicks.
All legal. Look
It's
at that.
the ropes. Comes around, rocks him with the big knee. Flamita sent to the outside. Zachary Wentz sees Flamita on the floor. Wentz,
Look at that.
off the back of Desmond Xavier, and crashing down on Flamita. Zachary Wentz up on his feet.
Some good tag team communication there. And now Desmond hitting the far side.
Oh no, Flamita comes in, caught him with a kick as Desmond was about to hit the ropes. Now Flamita up to the top. Oh! Orihara moonsault! This time, I believe, hitting the intended target. And Desmond sees Flamita down on the outside. Desmond,
Look at that.
Sasuke special!
Wow.
And Bandito, the last man in the ring.
Wow. These guys tried to outdo themselves, so I can only imagine what we're going to see here.
Bandito up to
Oh
the
my God.
top.
Holy shit.
Oh, tornado! Cancun tornado off the top to the floor. These are guys willing to pull out every single stop in order to make an impact here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
They really are.
And just like the guys in the match that preceded them, they are just dropping jaws here in the Globe Theater. Wentz rolling into the ring, Bandito following. Bandito taking a moment to collect himself. I think that's warranted.
Yeah, I think so too. He can take a minute.
Oh, just a kick to the kidneys. It was a stomp. Bandito pauses, pulls onto the ropes, shoulder to the midsection from Wentz. Wentz comes through. Oh, went for the lung blower on the spring in. Bandito catches it with a super kick. Flamita comes in.
Wow, nicely done.
Got him popped. Up off the monkey flip catch.
Look at this.
Off the shoulders into a senton. 1, 2, no! Desmond there to break it up.
And the innovativeness there from Flamita and Bandito were reminiscent of former PWG Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah, definitely would, not bad role models for these two young
Not
guys
at
to
all.
follow. Desmond pulls out Bandito as Flamita heads to the top 450. Nope, lands on his feet, rolls through. Desmond right behind him. Oh, kick. Desmond just spills to the outside. He came in with so much
He
force.
had some momentum on that one. Look at this.
Back.
Look at this.
Handspring. Okay, leg kick. Bandito goes through with the crucifix bomb and just flattens him.
That was a unique way he did that there. Look at that. Oh my God.
Zachary Wentz.
Whoa.
Taking a page out of Dave Crisp's book.
Yeah,
With that
exactly.
super high springboard cutter.
Inverted legs in the air like scissors, and man,
but he actually pulled Bandita down faster.
He did.
So it was a spike on Bandita and not a cutter. Bandito landed on the crown of his head.
That was nuts.
Leapfrog over the top goes Wentz. Spinebuster from Desmond. Catapult, super kick.
There we go.
Double
that time.
stomp into a pin. Nope. Bandito. Man. Eats the super kick, gets ripcorded out, and has the knee to the face.
What the hell is that? Wow! That was an amazing match.
The assisted moonsault from Desmond Xavier. Zachary Wentz coming away with a victory. On a night full of highly anticipated matches, Will Ospreay's return to Pro Wrestling Guerrilla nearly at the top of the list.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the biggest stars in international wrestling today.
IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Bout number 4 is a non-title singles match set for one fall. Introducing first, representing Dingley, Melbourne, Australia. Weighing this evening at
True
82
international
kilos.
implications here.
He is the loose ledge, Adam Brooks.
Adam Brooks picked up his first Pro Wrestling Guerrilla win last month against Brody King. If he were to keep the momentum going here, that would be phenomenal.
It really would. I mean, my God, could you imagine? Non-title win over the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion could submit his spot.
He is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. This is Will Ospreay.
One of the most dynamic wrestlers as well, I think, today, currently wrestling.
Yeah, just at the New Japan Anniversary show, faced Okada in the main event, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion versus the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Battle of the Classes.
And Okada, of course, came away with the victory. I say of course because he hasn't lost a match in coming on 2 years. So, but right now, this match actually took place first. Their first ever meeting was in Melbourne City Wrestling in Melbourne, Australia. And since then, these guys have kindled a friendship/rivalry, which actually led to Adam Brooks moving to England.
Wow.
And rooming with Will Ospreay in England. And so for the time being, for the first part of 2018, basing himself out of Essex, England.
So yeah, there's a lot more going on here than you might casually realize.
Yeah, a lot of elements to this match. I mean, for the casual observer, they might say, who's Adam Brooks? But Adam Brooks has been quietly tearing it up here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla because he's an insane person.
You bring up a good point how he's been doing it quietly, because I was going to almost use that exact term. I've quietly become a fan of his over the past, 6 months or however
he
long.
He hasn't won a lot of matches, but I mean, he's tough and crazy.
And he was impressive in his victory. He was.
Yeah, I mean, Brody King coming in as a very late replacement for an injured Matt Sydal, and Adam Brooks went with it and came away with a huge victory, and now in the ring here in Los Angeles with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Ospreay backing Brooks into the corner. Jeremy Marcus, not sure when he woke up, when was it, I guess earlier this week when he got the call, he thought he'd be refereeing a match with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion.
I'm sure he had no idea. Well, Will kind of playing with him a little bit here, though.
Ospreay, of course, known as the aerial assassin, one of the preeminent high flyers in the business today. Went for the slap, missed, and then slapped him again.
Will was kind of playing around with him, but Brooks says, you give me that opportunity, I'm not going to play, buddy.
Yeah, boot to the midsection side headlock. Ospreay goes for the trip. Up and over the top of the leapfrog. Step up work on Rana.
Oh, my God.
Ospreay Ospreay hamstrings out. Drop kick sends Brooks to the outside.
Look at that.
Ospreay puts on the brakes, but Brooks right in there, staring him in the eye.
I don't think he was expecting that.
These guys know each other so well.
Yeah. I think Brooks just kind of letting him know, hey, the mind games are going to be a little harder.
Oh,
wow.
Loose ledge, Adam Brooks, the master of doing the unexpected, or perhaps the expected but ill-advised. I'd say. Taking Ospreay around, dumping him to the outside. Brooks hits the ropes. Rolls through.
That's what it looked like if I did that, I guess.
Taking a page out of the Aerial Assassin's playbook. There you go.
The fans liked it.
Yeah, the capacity crowd here at the Globe, blown away by the athleticism of Adam Brooks.
Yeah.
Ospreay catches the running boot, sweeps out the leg of Brooks. Brooks goes face first into the ring apron. Now Ospreay, oh man, that roundhouse kick caught Brooks right on the jaw, and then he followed it up with that elbow strike.
Oh, some base to that chop.
Yeah, knife edge chop to Brooks on the outside by Ospreay. Uppercut by Young William. Elbow strike. Brooks trying to create some distance as he navigates his way around the ring. And now Ospreay knocking Brooks back into the seats. Ospreay trying to breaks the 20 count.
In and out.
And trying to do a little decorating, a little housekeeping here.
Looks like he's going to go outside the ring, post to post. Oh, not. Ooh.
Oh!
Flatliner, maybe?
Yeah, Brooks caught him.
Man, that can be dirty.
And now Brooks.
Oh, look at that!
Oh! Back body dropped into the chair.
Yeah, all we saw were his legs go flying across the horizon back there.
Jeremy Marcus giving the 20 count. Both guys down on the floor. Over by what I believe are the women's restrooms. Don't quite have the geography of this place down quite like the Legion Hall.
Yeah, it's a little simpler there.
Now Brooks being rolled into the ring by Ospreay. Ospreay following behind him. This is, we mentioned a couple matches ago that Janela Horace match. The first man to make a mistake is probably going to be the man that loses this. Right now, Adam Brooks has to wrestle a perfect match.
Right, you're absolutely right.
He is in there, one of the top junior heavyweights in the entire world, and he has to execute everything down to the finest detail, and that's not his strong suit. He's a guy that relies a lot on inspiration and whim and just whatever crazy idea crawls into his head.
I think that's the difference between an emotional wrestler and a technical wrestler or a mental wrestler. Someone who's going to use the mind game.
Oh, Adam Brooks is quite mental.
Exactly. I mean, in that, look at that.
Hitting predicament, only a 2 count.
But that's why he might not process things the way a normal person would in a strategy developing scenario. He'll just go on that first thought that flies in his head, whether it's rational or not.
Yeah.
And
I more often than not irrational.
Yeah, and Ospreay's the exact opposite in a sense. I mean,
snakes around and drop kicks, and then he's adding all these flourishes, but his end result is a drop kick. It is he's taking the showmanship up a notch.
Absolutely.
But he's doing so because he feels that Adam Brooks is in a position where he can't fight back effectively. Brooks goes over the top, floats over. Waistlock. Ospreay rolls through.
Look at that. Oh, blocked it. That was a unique use of the ropes there.
Just slingshots the ropes into his face.
And again, that was more.
And now, hanging DDT just plants Ospreay on the top of his head.
Yeah, and these are, you know, hey, what's there? What can I use right now? The rope? Okay, boom, use it. Doesn't no thought of a repercussion or implication.
Brooks proven himself to be very resourceful. The boot scrapes of the eyes and then the kick to the back. Oh, knife edge chop just reverberating throughout the theater here. Again guillotining him on the middle row. having words or having fisticuffs with a fan.
I never condone like getting involved with a fan like that, but that time I thought it was kind of cool.
He broke him out of his stupor. Now Brooks in firm control of Ospreay. Not sure this is how Ospreay anticipated his return to Pro Wrestling Guerrilla going. But these guys know each other well. But Ospreay, I mean, he's been tearing it up, lighting the world on fire. Brooks sent pillar to post, or I guess halfway to.
Halfway, yeah.
Back elbow. Brooks escapes. Uh-oh, taking a page out of the champ's book.
Look at that.
Cheeky, cheeky eye poke. Cheeky eye poke to the face of Will, or to the eyeballs of Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Ospreay fighting blind.
He's swinging blind at this point.
Sends him into the ropes.
Look at that.
Common Gary, Enziguri, after the springboard, just takes Brooks off his feet. He collapsed.
You mentioned the perfect match that Adam Brooks would have to wrestle. That's the sort of slip up right there that'll cost him.
Yeah, definitely cannot afford. I don't even think he can afford one more mistake like that.
Right.
These fans here firmly behind Ospreay, but Brooks still has the capacity to turn things around. Well, not Ospreay's doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, sweeps out the leg, puts on the brakes once again, charges in. Nope.
One thing
Brooks dodges. Oh, step up with the Enziguri after the catch.
Seen with
Comes
Ospreay.
all the way to the top, the 3-1-0.
God, he just crumbled him and he just poured out of the ring like liquid. But with Ospreay now, there's just like no wasted movement. There's literally no.
I would argue those knee slides are wasted movement. Oh! Corkscrew K-Brada by Will Ospreay. Just flattening Adam Brooks on the outside. Jeremy Marcus, junior official. Only a 2 count though from him.
That's a lot of juniors.
I mean, would you say that he needs more?
Probably. Jeremy's a good kid.
Ospreay for that first DDT driver, perhaps. No, Brooks, after fighting his way out, hip toss.
Look at that. Oh, here we go.
Cheeky Nando's! Up and down! Man. Covers 1, 2, no! Brooks kicks out. Adam Brooks still in this fight, but Will Ospreay holding all the cards. Up for the power bomb goes Brooks, but he's laying in some right hands. Oh, discus elbow, roundhouse kick. Ospreay hits the ropes, but Brooks catches him on the chin with that drop kick, and Ospreay had nowhere to go, just smashing, or getting smashed And now Brooks.
Look at that.
Oh, Fosbury flopped by the loose ledge.
That was all impact right there. All impact on Will Ospreay.
Yeah, Brooks dropping like a ton of bricks. I mean, he came straight down on him. No roll.
No, it was right there. Look at this.
Comes
Oh, my
DDT.
God.
Spikes Ospreay. Covers him. 2 count only.
Man, after that move, Will Ospreay needs to change his driver's license because he just shrunk a couple inches.
Now Brooks to the outside, pulling himself up to the top. Well, not quite, but pulling himself, holding himself up by the ropes. He has thrown just about everything he has at Ospreay.
Yeah,
but he knows how much this means. He's gonna dig deep.
He's getting down to the fumes of the gas tank. I think you're right. But man, he's gonna hit that reserve.
But Ospreay, oh, just that back fist. And an elbow strike.
Will Ospreay repositioning in the legs now of Adam Brooks inside the ring.
Yeah, maybe thinking Hurricane Rana, or perhaps the Spanish Fly at the top. We've seen.
Is he biting him?
Oh, Brooks biting the face of Ospreay. Oh,
man!
Huge up kick from Ospreay.
I don't know if I've ever seen something like that.
Now Brooks on the top rope. Oh! Brooks escaped out and just flatlined Ospreay.
Wow, that was
reversing the Hurricane Rana.
Pretty innovative escape right there.
Brooks just doing the unexpected to Ospreay, and I think that's what he's gonna have to do to win. These guys have wrestled numerous times before. They know each other's secrets.
Yeah, I wonder at what point do you start thinking, all right, I'm gonna do something really, really crazy. Oh no.
Oh
it
wow.
Might be at this point.
Ospreay reversed. Brooks went for the destroyer on the apron. Ospreay just popped him back up to the top rope, knocked him back into the ring with a chop. Ospreay springboards in, huge lariat.
Look at that!
Shooting star,
man.
Rest 1, 2. No, Brooks kicks out. Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay wants to put it away. I think he's called for the Os cutter.
He feels he's softened Adam Brooks up enough.
Oh! Brooks heard the footsteps, caught him with the kick to the top of the head, but running knee strike. Lands on his feet, ducks the enziguri. Ospreay goes behind. Back elbow. Oh! Hook kick around the face. Went for the Rainmaker. Oh!
Wow.
Hook kick. German.
Oh my God!
Brooks on his feet. John Woo, drop kick.
Launched him across the
Adam
ring.
Brooks.
Whoa! Brainbuster into a stunner.
Cutter. But that was a stun dog millionaire.
You know, that shows you how well these guys know each other, how many times they've wrestled each other. They were 3 moves in advance on that. That was nuts.
This would undoubtedly be the biggest victory of Adam Brooks' career.
It would, and in that regards, I mean, it's a non-title matchup. I'm kind of pulling for him here. I mean, that'd be awesome.
That would have, I mean, almost mean that he would receive a title match in New Japan. There's a lot on the line for Brooks right now. These guys just countering one another left and right. Then Ospreay.
They're hooking on each other right here.
Oh, wow. Huge right hand from Brooks.
Oh, right on the jaw.
These guys just clocking one another center of the ring on their knees. Nothing artful about this.
No. Close fist punches, but Jeremy Marcus kind of letting it go. This is the way these guys want to go.
Yeah, you gotta, it is up to the referee's discretion. Rolling soul, but wow! Ospreay with that corkscrew kick.
How many times did he rotate in the air?
Oh, Brooks sweeps out the legs of Ospreay. Ospreay landing on the back of his head. Now Brooks comes in for the DDT. No, Ospreay catches him. flatlines him in.
Oh!
Deadlift, Liger bomb. 1, 2. No, Brooks kicks out.
Wow, the pace definitely picked up in this match the last 5 minutes here.
Deadlift Liger bomb with the high stack. And now Ospreay going to the outside, heading up top. Of course he's heading up top.
All right, he lives up there. I mean, and I was gonna say,
Brooks.
Oh man,
Shoving Jeremy Marcus into the ropes.
you know,
Crotching Ospreay on the top.
the referee's part of the environment. He's part of the ring. Although I think it's kind of underhanded, there's really nothing.
Yeah,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, it's just like
Using the
whiplashing the ropes
Yeah,
to the face.
using the turnbuckle pad, any of that stuff.
And now Adam Brooks. I mean, you know,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
If he hits this. Oh my
Super
God!
Hurricanrana offering with
Hit
that
him.
face first. 1, 2.
Oh
No!
man!
Brooks trying to put him away. Swinging DDT.
Oh!
Ospreay
What the hell?
out to the apron.
Look at this. There it is!
Oh, the Destroyer!
Apron destroyer.
Apron Destroyer. Adam Brooks needs to get William Ospreay
Yes.
into the ring right now.
Get him in there.
Brooks knows it. He's feeling a vibe.
He's feeling it, you're right.
Headed to the top. Brooks.
Oh!
Meaty arm.
See the
to
way
the back of the head. Brooks
Wow.
covers 1, 2.
Wow!
Ospreay kicks out.
Man. I thought we just witnessed Adam Brooks win the biggest match of his career right there. That was nuts. Did you see the way Will's head and neck landed on that?
Brooks is feeling it.
Yeah!
Drop kick to the back of the head. And now pump handle applied.
Wow.
Brooks has him up. Ospreay floats behind, sends him into the ropes.
How did he? Oh my God!
Spanish fly. It's the ropes.
What a move!
Coming.
What a
1,
move!
2. No! Brooks kicks out.
Ladies and
Adam
gentlemen,
Brooks kicked out of the Oscutter.
I think we just gone to 11 here.
Adam Brooks, I don't know if it was intentional or just on instinct,
Oh, you know it was
somehow kicked out.
My God. Ospreay praying to the heavens, maybe wondering what do I need to do.
Trying to pick up Brooks, but Adam Brooks just dead weight right now. Brooks holding on to the rope.
Yeah, he's fighting.
He doesn't want to be anywhere near the center of the ring. Oh,
Man.
huge lariat.
Dirty clothesline against the rope.
Yeah, Brooks had nowhere to go there. Another one. Just kicking it at, well, actually, that was effective because, oh, look,
Whoa,
Brooks
look at that!
versus Destroyer! Adam Brooks
Wow.
running knee strike. 1, 2. Whoa!
Man, that was as lackluster a kick out as you can get. I mean, he barely just lifted his shoulder. There was no emphasis on getting himself up. He just barely got that shoulder up.
Adam Brooks put too much weight on the right shoulder. It actually it works against him. It allowed Ospreay an escape.
In that situation, if he'd have maybe distributed his weight a little better, I think we would have had 3. Oh, come on. Brooks, you've gone this far. Come on, man, don't do this.
But he knows what it takes to put away Ospreay.
Yeah, but... And again, I know we're lenient here at PWG, but it's really nothing you want to do right in front of the ref like this.
Jeremy Marcus
Come on, Brooks. You know better.
takes the chair away. Lariat. Oh, the low blow. Ospreay was going for the Rainmaker. And now Brooks up to the top.
Wow. He's doing what he needs to do.
Swanton bomb, hooks the leg.
Whoa.
No! After the low blow. And the senton bomb.
Jeremy Marcus, none the wiser. He has no idea what happened there, but
Brooks pulling down the knee pad. He's just going to go all patella on the cranium of Will Ospreay. He wants to ring his bell as hard as he possibly can.
Man.
Oh, and there it is, right on the back of the head at the cerebral cortex.
Yep. Man.
Hoists him over, hooks the leg. No, Ospreay kicks out again.
Ospreay going on instinct at this point. Going on in. Even Brooks is looking at Marcus kind of like, hey, you sure that's right? You sure he didn't stay down? No, we're sure. We're seeing it right here.
Adam Brooks. He may need a shotgun to put away Will Ospreay. But he's got one right in that knee of his.
Yeah.
I think if he hits it on the jaw of Ospreay, he could put him away.
I think
it'd just
right.
be lights out. He's picking him up. Looking maybe for the ripcord. Yep, ripcord.
Yeah.
Oh, wow! Counter by Ospreay. Just clobbered him.
Fired up out of.
Oh,
my God.
The back elbow straight to the back of the head. Ospreay.
Oh.
Super Os Cutter.
And that's got to be it.
1, 2, 3, and that is it. Will Ospreay.
Wow.
Wins an incredible match over Adam Brooks. Of the bigger boys here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
We have mentioned before how we've seen a trend in heavyweights here in PWG, and this is continuing that trend.
5 is a singles match set for one fall. Introducing first, wrestling out of Adelaide, Australia. Weighing in this evening at 320 pounds. Here's the King of Monsters, Jonah Rock!
Jonah Rock, as big and as tough as they come, really making a name for himself in the last 6-8 months here.
King of Monsters title is appropriate.
Weighing in this evening at 265 pounds, he is the King of Suplexes, Jeff Cobb!
Jeff Cobb not used to giving up weight, giving up 65 pounds
That's
to
crazy.
Jonah Rock.
King of Suplexes versus the King of Monsters. We'll see how this royal battle unfolds here.
Former Athens Olympian Jeff Cobb, one half of the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Tag Team Champions, facing off with Jonah Rock. Jonah Rock, as I mentioned, definitely his stature has increased internationally since making his debut in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Though, you know,
funny how that works.
Oh, I'm not trying to take credit for it, because he is just like Adam Brooks. He's a guy that has been, you know, plying his trade in Australia, actually in Jonah's case, in Japan, as part of the Noah Dojo. He's a guy that was just looking for the right opportunity, and when he got that opportunity, he seized it.
He seized it. Absolutely.
He used that giant claw of his and seized it, and now wrestling all over the world. Just was in Germany a couple weeks ago for the 16 karat WXW. I mean, he's just basically everywhere.
He really is. I mean, one of the most accomplished guys, I think, in a short amount of time. Since coming to PWG here, I think his arrival has helped herald in this new wave of super heavyweights that we're seeing. I mean, he's an inspiration to heavier guys who can actually move and wrestle.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the great things about Pro Wrestling Guerrilla is that, I mean, it's no style is excluded.
Right.
No, I mean, if you are at the top of your craft, then you are welcome here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. And you know, the tough thing is, it's everybody is at the top of their game.
Right.
And so the level of competition is so high here.
It really is, and I'm not trying to, just like the same thing, you know, you don't want to take credit for his success, you know, you don't want to toot our horn and all that, but I was telling referee Jeremy Marcus the same thing. Dude, you're going to notice a step up in the talent level here. It's everyone here brings their A game, and it's definitely the next level when it comes to independent pro wrestling.
Yeah, there's so much, I mean, you know, careers can be made and broken in a single night here.
Absolutely.
And now shoulder tackle.
The guy in the ring, Jeff Cobb, right now. I mean, when he first debuted at PWG, I guess it was about 2 years ago.
Against Chris Hero,
against Chris Hero. Just that little footage of him wrestling Chris Hero that preceded the trailer for that show blew up. I mean, it made him a star. It really did.
Yeah, and he'd been wrestling in Northern California for a number of years.
Yeah.
And you know, despite his his Olympic level wrestling ability, was kind of
he was unknown.
Yeah, he was fighting for fighting for recognition.
Yeah.
And that match with Chris Hero put him on the map.
It really did.
It's just been onward and upward for Jeff Cobb, as you know, as we mentioned, one half of the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Tag Team Champions.
He's in a spot where he can kind of call his own shots. He's basically booked everywhere every weekend. You know, the dude's all over the world here.
And now Cobb, a full head of steam, collides with Jonah Rock. Jonah Rock collides with Cobb.
I mean, I think this is a fantastic test for both of these guys.
Oh,
look at that!
Cobb, drop kick.
Wow!
Jonah, huge splash. 325 pounds of Jonah Rock comes crashing down on the sternum of Jeff Cobb. Jonah, our second antipedal, whatever, he's from the Antipodes, the other side of the world.
The Antipodes.
Yeah. Our second in a row wrestler from Australia here tonight. He and Brooks know each other so well. Oh, wow. The ring nearly snapped in half. Jonah threw Jeff Cobb in with such high velocity.
That's impressive force right there when you see the ring move like that. Yeah, that might have taken some gas out of Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, and it depends also on how he hit, because you know, if it was across the shoulders, it's not so bad. But if it was across the ribs,
right there,
having a broken rib on the back and like near the spine, that would just be debilitating.
Yeah, it would.
Huge chop from Jonah Rock.
Look at the size of the arms of Rock. I mean, I would not want to take a chop from that guy.
His arms bigger than Cobb's, and then just look at his thighs.
Yeah.
Massive. Oh, the headbutt to the crown of the head.
It's like my waist right there. Oh, nice.
Cannonball senton knocks Cobb back. Jonah Rock just flattening the tag team champion.
The crowd kind of not very appreciative of.
Yeah, I mean they are rooting for Cobb in their hearts. But I mean, we saw by the end of the previous match,
right?
Adam Brooks won the crowd over, and they were rooting for an upset.
I think they would have loved to have seen an upset. I would have.
And Jonah Rock is a fully capable wrestler, but were he to beat Cobb, definitely would have to be considered an upset.
I would think so.
Cobb being brought up to his feet. Rock holding onto that ear. I mean, you know Cobb's not going to go too far when Jonah's got that claw cinched in on his ear.
Oh, God.
And now Jonah Rock charging it. Oh, Cobb gets the boot up. Hops up to the middle rope.
Look at that. Oh!
Big diving uppercut takes Rock off his feet.
Didn't do too much to Jonah Rock there. I mean, it rang his bell briefly, but I mean, you can tell.
It knocked him back, and I mean, it knocked him off his feet, actually. Cobb was struggling with that earlier. So now he knows what it takes to decleat the big man. Or the bigger man, I should say. Oh,
man, look at the
sharp elbow strike. Catching Jonah, I think I caught him on the cheekbone. Oh!
Cobb took a step back, sized him up, and bicycle kicked him right in the face.
Huge pump kick.
That was awesome.
Catching Jonah right on the jaw.
Spanish, man.
Justin Gordon Checking in with Jonah to see if he still has his wits about him. And now the elbow strike to the back of the head. This is just a hoss battle.
You know, I wonder, you know, Cobb obviously has this big match tonight, big singles match against Jonah Rock. Was he conscious of that tag match earlier? Was he watching that? Oh my God! Because he has to assume that with that Flamita and Bandito match.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Jeff Cobb just effortlessly picking up Jonah Rock. Oh! Throws him across the ring.
There was physical separation. I mean, he launched him.
And Jonah kicks out.
And he made it look freaking easy.
Jeff Cobb, that unnatural strength of his, just throwing Jonah Rock across the ring. Similar to what we saw Brody King do to Eli Everfly.
Man.
But there was a 200-pound weight difference there.
This was a little more impressive, I think. Jeez.
Back elbow. Jonah just ran right through it. Oh! Cross chops takes down Jeff Cobb. Jonah does not appreciate being manhandled like that.
I don't think he does either.
Now Jonah Rock, headbutt. Just drops down, full body weight comes crashing down, leading with that head. Jonah with a right hand to the face of Jeff Cobb. Justin Borden instructing him to loosen it up. No closed fists, except for when there are closed fists.
Yeah, we tend to be pretty lenient on that, I guess.
Pretty lenient on a number of things here.
Let us count the ways.
And now Jonah Rock. Oh, huge overhand chop in the corner.
Why punch when you can do that? My God.
We saw Jonah stand toe-to-toe with Walter. And those guys just brutalized one another. And now Jonah maybe taking a little too much time.
Yeah, I think he's letting the fan boos get to him a little bit.
Step up Gamangiri. But what I was going to say is that, I mean, Jonah is no stranger to throwing around the big boys as well. And so he is plenty powerful. Headbutt to Cobb, who's seated on the top rope. Jonah actually knocks himself back a little bit.
Oh my God.
Both men on the middle rope.
We're gonna see
Jonah Rock.
Wow.
Up to the top.
Super duper flex.
Jonah got Cobb.
Whoa!
Off the top. It just sounds like a bomb went off in the middle of the building.
Yeah, it did. That is some weight coming down in the middle of the ring.
Tremendous impact in the center of the ring. Jonah bringing Cobb over the top the hard way. Jonah might have actually tweaked his back because he's not moving too spryly right now.
You tweaked my back. My God, that was nuts.
Justin Borden given the standing 10 count. That's 7.
We're at 7.
Jonah very slow to capitalize on that superplex. Not a lot of mustard on that elbow strike. Rock, a little more emphasis on his. Cobb not leaning in.
No, nothing
quite
there.
as much. Ooh, almost knocked onto his keister.
A little bit more force that time, but man.
Oh man, Jonah really leaning in with his.
There we go, there we go.
Cobb waking up a little bit, clearing the cobwebs. No pun intended.
Oh man, heavy-handed shot.
That headbutt.
That was good idea.
These guys just cracking each other with headbutts. And now, at a stalemate.
Oh no. Not good.
Just trading headbutts back and forth.
Oh my God.
There are no winners in this.
No, there really isn't.
Just back and forth, and then they just collide like two rams.
They each had to do
Cobb,
one.
stalling German suplex.
Jesus.
Jonah up to his feet. Oh, huge lariat.
My God.
Cobb again.
Another one.
German suplex. Jonah rolls through. Lariat takes down Cobb.
Oh,
Deadlift and tosses him. Jonah much slower to roll back up. Oh, boot to the face.
At least Cobb didn't take the clothesline. There it is.
Oh,
Oh, man.
lariat takes down Jeff Cobb. Jonah Rock throwing his entire body weight into that one to take down the tag team champion.
Yeah, I think both guys can use the full 10 count here to get their win back.
Yeah, I mean, they were clobbering each other. I'm not sure if it's still technically a clobber when you're using the head, but they were just like bludgeoning each other. Jonah up to his feet first.
Wow, Cobb's still down. And he's not making much of an effort to get up.
Yeah, Jonah taking the straps down. He means business.
And Cobb's in perfect position.
Jonah up to the top. I'm not sure if taking the straps down adds to the aerodynamicity, but we will see. Jonah Rock. Oh, nobody home. Moonsault press. And now Cobb up to his feet. Cobb sees Jonah. Thinking perhaps people's shooting star press.
People's moonsault, people's what?
Yep.
Oh!
People's moonsault. And
There!
people's shooting star press. No!
Jesus!
Senton across the back. Jonah covers, hooks the leg. 2 count only.
These are some big boys to be throwing their weight around like that.
I mean, on my best day, when I was at the peak of my professional wrestling powers, as meager as they were, I don't know that I could have done a moonsault anywhere near as gracefully as what Jonah Rock just did. Jonah heading up to the top. Maybe taking crossbody off the top. Or no, actually maybe splash. He's using that frog splash, yeah. He gets a really deep pump on it. Oh, Cobb with a drop kick.
Tremendous elevation.
Catching Jonah on the top, and now Cobb bringing him in. Cobb heading up top.
Wow.
We're thinking belly to belly, avalanche style. Jonah breaking free headbutt. Knocks him back.
Look at that! Oh my God! How the hell is he doing that?
Jeff Cobb, Oklahoma Stampede!
Nicely
1,
done.
2, no! Jonah Rock kicks out. What a display of strength!
That's freaking nuts.
An incredible display of strength by Jeff Cobb, but Jonah Rock still have the wherewithal to kick out. Sends him into the ropes.
Oh, here we go.
For the Tour of the Islands. No,
Oh,
Jonah hammers him
man.
with those back elbows. He catches. German suplex. Oh, just plants him on the back of his head. Cobb pops up. Oh, caught him on the face with the lariat.
I don't think I've ever seen Jeff Cobb lose a clothesline battle like that. That's nuts.
Jonah's got him up. Brain buster.
Shit. Here might be that frog splash we were talking about.
Jonah Rock heading up top. He's up there. Frog splash!
Oh, man, well
1, 2, 3. That is it!
nicely done.
Jonah Rock defeats Jeff Cobb.
Your winner, Jonah Rock.
the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Tag Team Champions takes on the former Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion and perhaps the next IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
That's right. This is a pretty intriguing match. I'm looking forward to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 6 is a singles match set for one fall. Introducing first, representing Las Vegas, Nevada. Weighing in this evening at 215 pounds, he is the King of Pros, Matthew Riddle.
Matthew Riddle, in his short professional wrestling career, has had a stratospheric rise.
And now introducing his opponent.
He's looking like a lean 215 there, too.
Wrestling out of the Isle of Sheppey, Kent, England. Weighing in this evening at 13½ stone. He wants you to know he won the New Japan Cup 2 fucking days ago. He's the technical wizard, Zack Sabre Jr.
That's right, this is Zack Sabre Jr.'s first match since tapping out Hiroshi Tanahashi to win the New Japan Cup. I mean, really a murderer's row of who's who of victories. Zack beat Naito in the first round, Ibushi in the second, Sonata in the third, Tanahashi in the finals.
That's just crazy.
And now he might have met his match, though, because Zack, while he is skilled, so gifted, so skilled at the British style, the submission-based style, catch-can style, Matthew Riddle is just a supremely gifted Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner.
Yeah, the grappling we're going to see here is just going to be off the charts, I think. And so far it is. I mean, this is nuts.
Switch after switch after switch. Zack with the waist lock.
Look at that.
Chancery applied by Riddle. And you can see how Riddle using his leg to block Zack from stepping over and gaining top position.
I think in that scenario, Riddle just chased Zack away.
Yeah, Zack was the one that broke the grip. He took things back up to a standing position. And Riddle, I mean, you can see always very light on his feet, always bouncing.
Yeah, always moving. Yep.
And now Zack with the waist lock goes behind. Has the left leg captured, trying to pick up that ankle. Riddle felt it. Riddle felt the momentum shifting, pulling Zack back into a pinning predicament. Zack gets his boot on the bottom rope. Front chancery applied by Riddle. And, you know, I mean, the thing is, as gifted as Zack is in his technical wrestling ability, and as Riddle is, these guys could slug it out.
They really could, but I don't think Zack wants to get into that sort of an exchange with Riddle. Zack seems a little bit more patient, in my opinion. I think Riddle might lose his cool a little quicker and that sort of thing, but I still don't think that Zack wants to exchange blows.
You can see Zack with his legs cloverleafed as Riddle was going for the takedown.
Wow, look at that! Look at that!
Into the crucifix.
Oh, he needs to check that. He wasn't down.
Riddle rolls up. Zack going for the cross arm breaker. Actually, no, not the cross arm breaker. It's for the wrist lock. Now, just driving his knuckle with his elbow. Now stretching him. Riddle steps over, has the leg of Zack captured. Now has his position on his back. Brings him over, cross arm breaker. Zack immediately clenching his hands together.
That universal defense mechanism that kicks in on those arm bars, you know. Yeah.
Zack over to the ropes. He's got Riddle and pinning.
They're in the ropes.
Jeremy Marcus trying to...
You gotta get in there.
Trying to untie these guys. And so far, as expected, a highly technical matchup. These guys just looking for any weakness, probing the depths as it were.
This would be a pretty good match to study, I think, if you wanted to up your mat game.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Zach, you know, I mentioned Riddle's young career. Zach has been wrestling for I think 10, 12 years.
I've wondered. I never really knew how long he's been wrestling.
And he's spent I think a 2.5 year period in the Pro Wrestling Noah dojo, and that's really where he blossomed into the wrestler that he is today. I mean, it's, you know, learning under the Japanese system is so different than you know, training. Oh, look at this, Zach with the knee bar.
Look at that.
As Riddle knew he was in jeopardy, immediately made it to the ropes.
He basically had to get to the ropes.
Training for, you know, for wrestling in Europe, actually in the UK and in the United States, it's kind of weird. You know, it's not as disciplined, not as highly regimented. But in Japan, the discipline and the, you know, you live, eat, sleep, and breathe wrestling.
Lifestyle commitment.
It is a
really
7-day-a-week job.
It's a marriage.
And, you know, actually Walter doing a similar thing with the WXW Academy, and just bring that hard discipline, that hard-nosed discipline to European wrestling. And so it's, and you know, it's, you can't argue with the results.
Yeah, it'll pay off. It definitely will pay off.
You know, think about, oh, look at this, Riddle with the gut wrench.
Power right there.
Just tossing him, rolling through.
Yeah.
Just gut wrench after gut wrench, and just tossing Zach over the top. I mean, think about some of the great American technical wrestlers, you know, of the last 40 years. You have somebody like Chris Hero, who's just freakishly disciplined. You know, other than that, you have guys that are, you know, I mean, not anywhere nearly as technically gifted as somebody like Zach. And so it just goes to show how, you know, like, what happens when somebody fully commits themselves to professional wrestling. Oh, Zach just jumps in, hooks the body, but Riddle just tosses him over the top. Zach tried to lock in that hanging chancery.
Well, yeah, the commitment from Zack Sabre Jr. is just so remarkable. I mean, from everything, you know, the way he sleeps to what he eats to pretty much every woken moment of the day is designed to make him a better wrestler.
Oh my huge God. Proton. And actually, Zack Sabre Jr., one of the most #woke wrestlers. 1 count only.
And it's almost like a blending of worlds with him. You have his European lineage and background there, and then of course he lived in with that took that Japan system underneath him, and then here he is applying that in the United States.
Diving knee strike. And you know, the thing about Zach is he's so unorthodox. It's wrestlers in the United States rarely have proton across the back. Rarely have the opportunity to wrestle somebody as technically dangerous as Zach.
Point. So even as an opponent of his, you have to go into it as a learning experience.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see something new in every Zach match.
Oh, look at that!
Caught him out of the Broton into the cross arm breaker.
And you know that was by design because he knew that Matt would be going for that.
Yeah, he suckered him in and then immediately went for it. Now Riddle reverses cross arm breaker of his own. And Zach bridging out of it. God, that great neck strength. And Riddle captures the leg. Now go for that ankle lock.
Man.
Oh, Zach rolls through, captures it himself, and grapevines the leg of Riddle.
This is just a clinic.
And look at that, how he's just cinching it in.
Extending it.
And now, the ankle over the shoulder. And allows him to put even more pressure on the back of the knee, but Riddle,
look at that. Wow.
Riddle picks him up with the waist lock. Zach with the elbow strikes. Ooh. Oh, look at that, captures him in the half Nelson, hits him with the, Zach breaks free, uppercut, high roundhouse kick, roundhouse from Zach, the leg out, takes Riddle off his feet.
Perfectly executed leg sweep. That's how it's done and what it's designed for right there. That was perfect.
Yeah, you just completely surprise your opponent Riddle, the back of his head's colliding with the canvas. Now Zach swinging DDT, rolls through. And now with the arm captured. Oh, look at this. Zach. He has Riddle exactly where he wants him.
He does. My God.
Oh, and that's the...
He's using his knee as a fulcrum to bend the arm backwards. My God.
And that's the thing about Zach. He's so freakishly flexible. Oh, and now...
Anyone else would be tapping out.
Yeah, with the knee captured, and Riddle, you might have to grab the bottom rope with his teeth.
He might, and he did!
Does.
Wow! Talk about resourcefulness. He did what he had to do. You called that one.
Riddle knew he was in deep trouble. Riddle, I mean, one of his nicknames is Deep Water, but Zach is dragging him out to the... He's dragging him out to the Marianas Trench right now. Oh, Zach bringing down. Oh, I thought he was going to stomp the ankle. Instead, he went for the outside of the knee.
Higher up, yeah. I think even Riddle was kind of prepping himself for an ankle shot to the ankle.
Look at him just standing on the knee. And now Zach with the cravat, just and the stop to the back. Zach just having his way with Matthew Riddle. Ooh, overhand chop.
We can see the cloud of mist come off his chest from our vantage point here.
Oh, look at Zach though. Oh, hand down and stomps that locked elbow of Matthew Riddle.
That might have done some damage.
And now Riddle, you can see clutching that elbow close to the body. Ooh. Zach just laying in those uppercuts. Now, Riddle catches Zach. Oh, went for the bro to sleep.
Well scouted.
Zach, I think, actually might have bro to sleep to the midsection. German suplex. But
wow.
Zach comes back with the Fujiwara armbar.
Oh, man.
Zach German. 2. No, Riddle kicks out. It was tough to see what happened on that bro to sleep from our vantage point, but it's very obvious that Riddle didn't get all of it. But now he has that left arm of Zack Sabre Jr. captured, and the right as well. Zach goes underneath, hanging chancery.
You know, Zach must know the human anatomy better than most doctors. I mean, the way he can
just pinpoint any ligament, any joint, and inflict the most amount of pain on it. Riddle carrying the weight of Zach, but back up to a vertical position.
Tremendous leg and lower body strength there by Riddle, just to power out.
Fisherman's Buster just plants Zach down. Covers, hooks the leg. 2. No, Zack Sabre Jr. kicks out. Zach planted by that Fisherman's Buster.
It's just another fantastic match. I mean, these guys are really going all out here with you know, part of what makes PWG so special is, like
Zach.
you mentioned, the blend of styles. I mean, this is amazing.
Zach floats behind, has the sleeper hold applied. Oh,
look at that.
Went for the bicycle knee, and now Zach.
Wow.
Hanging octopus hold.
Look at that.
And Zach just wrenching it in. The Manjigatame, and now Riddle going down to one knee.
Oh.
Zach trying to grip for the leg.
Yeah, I think he's
trying to bring him down. Yeah.
Feels him powering out.
Oh, Riddle has Zach up on the shoulders.
Oh, look at that.
Reaching behind.
Wow.
Riddle, reverse DDT position. Look at that. He's just holding Zach up.
Power, man. Just continually blown away by both.
Got him up.
Look at that.
Tombstone pile driver.
If he pins him, that might be it.
1, 2. No, Zach kicks out.
Riddle's beat a lot of guys with that move.
And now those hammer and anvil elbow strikes. Just Riddle driving in the point of his elbow to the face of Zach.
Oh.
Zach knew he couldn't take much more of those, and so just immediately rolling his way to the ropes. Riddle, though, landed strikes of his own.
Yeah,
continues to land the strikes, excuse me.
Basically took it full advantage as long as he can. Get a few extra strikes in there. Why not?
Does have till 5. Former Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion Brian Danielson, very fond of saying.
Yeah.
You've heard that a couple times in your career.
Yeah, he told me that many times. I wanted to always tell him, yeah, that's why I'm counting, dude.
Elbow strikes from Riddle. Zach, you can see he's still feeling the effects of those hammer and anvil elbows. Now that low kick across the chest. Riddle goes for a pin. Zach kicking out immediately.
Yeah, not even really waiting for a 1 count there.
Oh, Riddle just lays in that kick across the chest, like swinging a baseball bat to the chest of your opponent.
That's really it. I mean, the way both the arms and the legs.
Another one.
The way he swings it is literally like a baseball bat.
I mean, it's all in the motion of the hips, because you notice his hips turn first and then his leg follows.
Tremendous momentum.
Zach with the ankle lock to Riddle while he's standing.
See, now I wonder if
nearly standing.
I was going to say.
Oh, he's grabbing the toe. He's wrenching the toes.
This is where
my
foot cannot be cool.
Oh no.
You know, what do you do? There's really nothing wrong or illegal with that I would see.
Overhand chop by Riddle.
Riddle shut that down with a big overhand chop.
Zach down to his knees. Oh, the Pele kick to the outstretched arm. Oh, but Riddle immediately
right into it.
Oh, German suplex with a deadlift, and he almost jumped back with it.
A little bit of a snap jump to it. Interesting. Man, that took the sails out of Zach, I think.
Yeah, now Riddle, you can see how closely he's clutching that elbow to his body. Oh! Man, he's got him in that the triangle.
I'm always impressed with how Zach can just get that
jump as an opponent. Yeah. Zach getting his shoulder up, but Riddle going for that midsection to bring him back down to a pinning predicament. These guys just fighting for hand position. Zach lands on his feet, and these guys just trading overhand chops. Oh, Zach goes down to a knee, and Riddle follows it up overhand. Blocks the roundhouse.
Yeah.
Both guys block.
Look at that.
Catches. Pops him up. Powerbomb.
Jesus.
Rolls him through. Oh, bicycle knee.
Wow.
Caught him on the ear. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, Zach kicks out. You notice Riddle took that arm of Zach that was creeping towards the ropes, and he brought it back towards the body, so he forced Zach to use all of his energy to kick out.
That was a pretty good. Whoa, look at that.
Zach reverses. Only a 2 count.
Yeah.
And now the PK. Riddle rolls through.
Oh, that sent him right up to his feet.
Sweeps out that leg.
There we go.
Brings him back into the pin.
Oh,
Riddle.
That's how Walter beat him a couple months ago.
Riddle catch him in the sleeper. He's got the hooks in. No, he doesn't have the hooks in, actually.
No. Look at that.
Zach rolls through. Big predicament with the bridge. And no!
Oh, hey, nicely done.
Zach reversing the reversal. Another Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Tag Team Champion goes down tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 7 is your main event of the evening. It is a singles match set for 1 fall, and it is for the PWG World Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, representing Wichita Falls, Texas. Weighing in this evening at 332.4 pounds, he is limitless
Lee, the challenger, fighting his way nearly to the top. The only man standing in his way is Chuck Taylor.
And now introducing the champion. Wrestling out of Murray, Kentucky. Weighing in this evening at 215 pounds. He is the Kentucky gentleman, Chuck Taylor.
Chuck Taylor, big body guy now. 215. I mean,
Yeah, but look what's across the ring from him.
yeah, giving up 117.4 pounds.
120 pounds. I mean, that's almost me.
And, you know, Chuck has proven himself to be resourceful, defeating Ricochet, actually defeating Zack to gain the championship, losing it to Ricochet, defeating Ricochet, defeating Trent, his best friend, actually put his best friend on the shelf.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just tearing the arm of poor Trent nearly off.
Yeah.
In the process of defending the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship title. And now Keith Lee looking to challenge, actually not even to challenge, he is challenging.
Yeah.
Looking
to just take.
to leave the Globe Theater here in downtown Los Angeles, California with the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship.
And, you know, I think Keith Lee's at that point where he's coming in here under the assumption that this is his title. This is his to take at this point. And I don't think I'm going to really argue with that.
I mean,
he's making his case, and tonight's his night.
Keith Lee made his way to the finals of his first ever Battle of Los Angeles tournament last year, 2017. And was defeated by Ricochet, and it was just by a show of agility.
It was. I mean, he had just eliminated Jeff Cobb, he being Keith Lee. Keith Lee actually
Chuck Taylor asking for the microphone.
Hey, why are some of you booing me? I don't understand.
Chuck trying to have a heart-to-heart with the audience members.
6 years. Most people other than this dipshit over here really likes me, and now 1 month later, and everybody hates that.
Chuck just at a loss for why the fans have turned on him.
He legitimately seems bothered by this. Maybe just, I don't know.
Chuck, you know, we mentioned Zack winning the New Japan Cup. Chuck Taylor also taking part in the New Japan Cup, actually taking Trent's spot. Oh, shoulder tackle.
Yeah, and if you think that didn't go over, that went over well, you can, think
Look
again.
at the size of this motherfucker! You're gonna boo me and shit! Are you fucking kidding me?
Chuck is incensed.
He really is.
All of a sudden,
In his mind, he can't understand why
anybody would turn. I mean, it was 8 months ago
for
that they
2
were.
months I've had a pinched nerve in my neck and my left arm goes numb all the time. And now you're gonna cheer for this giant motherfucker? You fucking kidding me?
I mean, I'll admit fans can be fickle, but Chuck, this isn't new.
Yeah. Chuck Taylor just frustrated at how how the fans have turned, how fickle their affection is.
You know,
but the thing is, we saw like what Chuck did to Trent.
Yeah. Uh-oh, we're getting some bad feedback there. Justin and I had that conversation. Wanted to have this conversation on our way here today.
Idiots not reading the internet. This guy's going to WWE. What are you fucking cheering him for?
Just how the PWG champions seem to lose their support once they win the championship, and that's kind of what Chuck's saying here. Hey, you were behind me when I fought my way here.
Yeah, fighting my way to the top, but now that I'm here, where's all the love?
Yeah, Keith Lee's going to show him the love right now, I think.
Oh, big overhand bludgeon. Elbow strike. Keith. Chuck just slamming him face first into the ring apron. Oh, elbow strike again to Chuck on the floor. Justin Borden.
I'm not sure.
Keeping an eye on Chuck. Oh, hit him with the microphone. Another shot to the face of the microphone. Chuck Taylor's come unhinged.
He really has.
Trying to choke the life out of Keith Lee on the floor. And now Keith Lee just a sledge, overhand sledge. Chuck just trying to escape this beating at the hands of Keith Lee. Oh, just a huge chop.
Looks like they're taking a tour of the Globe Theater here. Chuck doing whatever he can to just stay out of the grasp of.
It's theater in the round, but it's also theater in the laps.
Yeah, apparently it is tonight. I'm not sure what's happening. You can't quite see.
Keith, Chuck, I think, gave Keith a shot to the face.
I'm not sure if there might be a bar over there, but Chuck is now standing on something. He's practically hanging from the balcony there. Whoa!
Chuck diving off the bar.
Cross body block, but he was caught.
Keith Lee just catches him.
Oh my God, he's gonna like.
Oh wow, Keith hoiks him up onto his shoulder.
He's telling the fans to move out of
He's
the way.
gonna lawn dart him into the ring post. Oh no, Chuck counters, gets behind him.
You know, and if you were questioning the motive of Chuck, why he was doing this stuff outside the ring, this is why. This is now he's in control.
He's leveling the playing field.
He really is.
He's using the ring to his advantage.
We mentioned how resourceful he's been and it was, and that's what we're seeing an example of right now.
Chuck, after raking at the face of Keith Lee. Chuck, a sledge across the spine, running stop to the back. And now just right hands to the side of the head.
Excalibur, you know, talk about like a potential Keith Lee championship run here in PWG. I mean, if Keith Lee were to win the title here, what kind of run championship reign do you think he would have?
I mean, well, it's right. It's on his trunks. It's in his nickname, Limitless.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
I mean, I almost think it would bring almost more attention to the championship itself and probably bring a longer list of potential contenders who would suddenly step up and want to compete for it. And that's not a knock on Chuck. That's just something saying that I mean, Keith he's the sliced bread right now. He's the cat's meow right now. He is.
Oh, wow.
One of the biggest deals
Huge suplex.
in the business right now. So, I mean, I think this is his time. He needs to strike.
This very well could be his time to shine, but Chuck, I mean, as you mentioned, resourceful and dangerous and pissed off.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a highly motivated Chuck Taylor. Definitely does not want to lose the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship title twice within like a
Right.
10-month span.
Yeah. But it's almost like the PWG Championship, it's almost like Frodo's ring. I mean, the way it kind of takes these guys, twist their mentality. I mean, Chuck was always so nice and easy-going. Since he's been champion, I don't talk to him in the back anymore, really. You know, like
Yeah, he's got an attitude about
He
him.
really does, and it's sad, but it's understandable, I guess.
Wow, huge left elbow strike. Got the combo.
Oh, man, right into a flatliner. Look at him pinning. I mean, he can't see.
Wow, he just popped him off. Very nearly threw Chuck back up to his feet. And now, sledge across the back. Shot to the midsection from Chuck. Multiple shots to the midsection.
seems that
elbow, back elbow.
There we
And,
go.
there's the headbutt. Overhand chop drops Chuck down to one knee. And now Keith hoists Chuck up onto the shoulders. Chuck very quickly escapes out of it, ducks the back elbow. Elbow strike knocks Keith Lee's head back.
Look at that. Oh.
Power slams him down. 1, 2, no!
Oh.
Chuck kicks out.
Chuck trying to keep the blood flowing.
Yeah, he is on. Oh, just absolutely starched with that elbow strike.
My God. You can tell he's like reaching out for Justin. They're like, help me, help me.
And now Keith Lee has Chuck up in the corner.
Another
and
one.
Just leaning in. His entire body weight behind that elbow strike. Just rocking the jaw of Chuck Taylor. Keith Lee picking Chuck Taylor up and sends him across the ring with a huge Bradley Beal. Chuck, that landing was as tough as they come.
You know, the look on his face, I mean,
the grimace of just sheer pain.
Yeah.
He gets the back elbow up, bought himself some space, boot up, buy himself some even more space, comes up the middle rope, drop kick to the ribs.
Still not enough to take him down, though.
Usually the guy aims high, and he saw Keith block, and so he adjusted in midair, caught with a drop kick. Soul food on the jaw. Keith Lee, though, hits the ropes. Chuck comes in. Oh! Just pops him up and plants him down. 1, 2, no! Chuck kicks out.
Keith, I'm sure, wants nothing more than to get on that flight tonight with that green and gold strap in his luggage. And he apparently has something in mind right here.
And just steps over him. Just all of his weight concentrated on that.
Do that a couple times and that'll do it too.
Oh no, Keith Lee heading up top. No, head in the middle.
Moonsault.
Moonsault. Oh, nobody home. Chuck dodges out of the way. Chuck up to his feet, charges in.
Oh, look
Goes
at
a rough swinging DDT. Went around the corner, now Chuck headed to the top. Chuck going up top, not a place we usually see him. Oh, diving foot stomps. Covers him 1, 2, now Keith Lee kicks out.
Chuck knows, I mean, don't stop at this point.
It's going right back up again.
I think those
Chuck sent on atomic go. No, Keith Lee kicking out at 2 again.
Right back up. I mean, Chuck's he's got to keep thinking, you know, what do I need to do?
Yeah,
and doing it over and over.
Just using all of his body weight, all of his momentum. Oh, the stop to the spine drops Keith Lee down. Hook the leg. No, only a 2 count. Very close.
I hate to sound this way, but I mean, at least he's making some progress there. It was a little bit of a later kick out, but man.
Yeah, he's getting there. But, I mean, it's still going to take a lot for Chuck to get Keith Lee's shoulders pinned to the mat for the 3 count. And we saw what he did to Trent. You know, he had to resort to some duplicitous means.
Yeah.
Would not surprise me if Chuck did something similar.
I mean,
but always now looking for the awful waffle.
You know, I mean, if there's something that's used to his opponent's advantage, he's very good at taking that away. Ricochet, he eliminated the top rope. You know, but what can you do to the environment that's going?
I don't know. I mean, like, he's not going to suddenly get 10 times stronger.
Right.
Oh, gets Keith's feet up. Oh, sends him down onto his knees. Keith Lee charging in. Huge splash in the corner. Draping his arms over the ropes.
Oh, no.
Oh, Chuck just stops it. I mean, like, that's the best possible thing he could have done.
It really is.
Eats a huge elbow strike. Oh! Keith just rocking Chuck back. If those turnbuckles weren't there, Chuck would be on he'd be on the floor.
Down and out.
Chuck elbows all over the place, up on the shoulders of Keith. Oh!
Yeah.
Pops him up, rolling elbow. Chuck with a boot up. Keith charges in. Oh, just gets shoulder blocked into the ropes.
Just launched him right back into that corner. And not Hush is falling over the fans here. Not quite sure what to make. I mean, it seems like we're getting to that point of some serious desperation on the point of Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, people are surprised that Chuck is faring so well. Like, on paper, such an obvious mismatch.
You would think.
But Chuck didn't get to the top here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla by accident.
No, and I think a lot of people don't give him enough credit for exactly that.
And now, inside cradle.
Package.
Whoa, very close. Chuck didn't have his arm draped around Keith's head. Pops him up.
Oh my God.
Spirit bomb!
Jesus. The recoil sent him inside out.
And I think actually that might have been working against Keith.
Yeah,
One, two, no! Chuck with the shoulder up.
Man.
Had he got the legs over the arms of Chuck, he might have just been able to pin him right there.
That was a difference maker right there.
But that extra couple seconds of time allowed Chuck the ability to recover enough to kick out. Now, Keith's pulling him out. Keith Lee heading up to the top.
Oh, we saw him miss the moonsault once. Is he going to try it again?
Heading up to the middle, I guess, yeah. No.
Oh!
Going all the way to the top. Chuck up. No! Oh, just crotching. Oh, he's going to try awful waffle.
Oh, my God. If he does, then...
Oh! Waffle!
That might be it.
Chuck plants him. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No! Keith Lee kicks out.
Holy moly.
Keith Lee kicking out of the awful waffle. Chuck planting the much bigger man down on the top of his head. The top of his head. All of his body weight comes crashing down on Chuck. There we see. Resorting. Grabbing the belt. The fans scolding him.
I mean, he looked at that belt from all the way across the ring like...
Yeah, he knew it was there.
Again,
Justin
like,
trying to interdict him, but Chuck thinking of the man who he is, the man who he wants to be.
He knows he
turns
could've...
around.
Oh,
Keith
wow.
has him up on the shoulders. Chuck cradles him. 1, 2. No! Keith Lee kicks out. An emphatic kick out, knocking Chuck across the ring. Rising knee strike.
That was full steam right into that knee. I mean,
Keith Lee staggers, pops him up. Spirit. Rolls him through. Up on the shoulders. No. Keith Lee.
Wow.
1, 2, 3. We are champion.
There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Lee is your new Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion.
We have just witnessed history. Amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This is Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
Keith Lee, I hope you can be the champion that I wasn't.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Ladies, gentlemen, it has been a year since I've entered the PWG ring. This is my anniversary, and I can't express to y'all how much this means to me. Opportunity, and 1 year later, this is monumental in so many ways because I showed up here March 18, 2017, and ever since I walked through these doors, you guys have had my back from day one. It's